What's going on, everybody? It's your boy EA, and I'm currently out here in a little bit of solitude. Um, I am in the eastern Sierra Nevada area, Grand area, and yeah, in the weeks leading up to this trip, I had been feeling a little bit bogged down, and I had noticed I had been scrolling just a little more than usual, and I had caught myself scrolling a couple times, to the point where I was like, just like kind of doom scrolling, and I remember stopping and being like, dude, what are you doing? And how is this serving you? And it got me thinking about the topic of this video, which is the importance of giving yourself space to think, giving yourself space to hear your own thoughts, quite frankly. I know, as we all know, it doesn't matter where you are. I mean, you can get and feel crowded in your mind pretty much just about anywhere. And a lot of it can do with your phone. A lot of it can do with your friends, your family, work, your job. Even in some cases your relationship, depending on who you're with. And I just want to kind of talk about the importance of just giving yourself space to get to know yourself. I think that, one thing I heard my pastor say was, if the enemy can't make you bad, he will make you finish it, if you know it, busy. If the enemy can't make you bad, he'll make you busy. And I feel like in today's day and age, it's so easy, especially with the economy and all that yada yada, it's easy to get sucked into that work tunnel vision, and then it's like work and then you're on your phone, work and on your phone, at least for me personally. And I find myself scrolling or just too focused on work, too busy, and I remember a buddy had once told me about this concept of having an ivory tower, which basically is a place for yourself away from the world in a way, and that can be difficult for some people, and I know it is for me a lot of times, just having that physical space, that physical solitude. I've got my car, and I spend some time in my car. I'll go on a drive typically. Riding my bike has been huge, but if possible, being able to really get away, and especially getting into nature, I've noticed has helped me tremendously, just because it just gives you a second to just slow down the thoughts. There's no Wi-Fi, so you can't scroll, so that's always a huge plus. But it just gives you the chance to just chill, and just hear yourself. And I think that unless you're actively trying to get to know yourself, it can be tricky to really get to know yourself and who you are and what you want, and who you want to be, and who are you serving in your day-to-day, And I feel like, I mean, personally, recently in prayer, I've been asking God, who do you want me to be? You know, I recognize the importance of our identity, not our personal identity and who we want to be and who we think we are, but more so who Christ wants us to be. And being here gives me the chance to just listen to those thoughts. Um, it gives me the chance to listen to those thoughts and, you know, kind of get to know myself, who I want to be, kind of just spitball around. Who do I want to be? Who do I think I am, first off? And more importantly, who does God want me to be? And without the, I notice how easy it is to fall into the influence of our peers, which isn't a. I think, you know, I've worked from home for a while, and trust me, I understand more than anyone the importance of community, um, and the importance of that camaraderie and being in that sort of community setting and feeling like you are part of something bigger than yourself, which we all are. You know, having the Holy Spirit live within us, you already are, just first and foremost. But yeah, just that physical camaraderie of being around friends and family and just feeling like you're part of something, I think is important. But I will say there is a fine line and a balancing act, as with anything, finding the balance between community and your own personal time, and giving yourself that space just to think, you know, or just to not think, just to kind of sit with God and sit with yourself, you know. And I think that it's important. Another thing, and I know I'm probably rambling, you know, this is my 5th video, so thank you for bearing with me if you're still here. But yeah, I've got a lot on my mind, clearly, and I'm happy to share it. But something that I've thought about a lot is the fine line between isolation and solitude. You know, there's kind of this negative connotation when you talk about isolation. You know, I think there is a difference between being isolated and isolating yourself and having a little bit of solitude. And I think having a little bit of solitude can be a positive thing, you know, as long as you're out here with a positive mindset and just kind of sitting with God, and you know, you can be productive. I think you can work out a lot of things that go on in our minds on a day-to-day that, you know, that might be there subconsciously or quite literally in your head, you know, things you want to do, things you want to accomplish, but you don't have the time to think about it. And just taking a step away, even for a day, you know, find your nearest nature, go for a walk, you know. If you can't get out to nature, if you don't have a car, a buddy of mine told me that he had also been working from his house, and he found so much joy and comfort in just going on a daily walk, and you know, going on a walk and just no headphones, you know, no podcasts. I think there's a time and place for the podcast world. There's a time and place for the YouTube videos like this, but you know, just being, you know, in your own head and being comfortable with being in your own head. You know, I think it's so easy nowadays to just distract ourselves with scrolling and with busy work, which is a good thing. It's good to stay busy, but um, you know, getting to know yourself, I think, is extremely important, and being comfortable knowing yourself with yourself, um, in your own thoughts, I think, can go a very long way. I think you will find a lot of like I said, you'll work a lot of things out in your mind that you otherwise didn't have the time or the bandwidth to accomplish. Um, Another sort of a video I saw was this woman was talking about the importance of this dwelling in the secret place, which I believe is biblical. And I believe she was saying that Christ will reward those who dwell in the secret place. And from my interpretation of it was, the secret place is a place like this, your prayer closet, anywhere you can just, be in kind of a state of a meditation, maybe not literally meditating. I think meditating is cool, and I think it's important, but and prayer of course goes is more important than anything. Personally, I pray almost all day, every day, but dwelling in that secret place, getting yourself into a bit of isolation, whether you're riding your bike or going for a walk, going for a drive, finding that ivory tower, finding that place where you can just kind of sit with yourself, and sit with God. And I'm pretty sure what she was trying to say was that God let it be known in the Word that He will reward those who dwell in their secret place. You know. So one last thing, there's a trend going on TikTok, I noticed, and I felt like it was totally relatable to this. But basically, it was like people were videotaping, or they're videoing nature, and there would be a caption that said, God can be found in other places other than church, basically. And I mean, dude, look at this. It's like, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty evident. I can see Him and feel Him all around when I get to nature. So yeah, even if you have a hike close by, if you can go for a walk on a hike, I highly recommend it. You know, it's just finding beauty in that solitude, in those moments of solitude. I think it's helped me a lot, and hopefully it can help you guys. If you're feeling bogged down, if you're feeling like I can't hear myself think. So yeah, I hope this video helped. I wrote an outro for this, but I totally forgot what it is. So I guess all I can say is, like I said, I hope this video helped. Let me know if you know, if you let me know in the comments if you have a secret place, and if it's helped you in any sort of way, and if you have any recommendations for those that maybe can't get out to nature, can't get out away too far from the city. Yeah, what's helped you? So, oh shoot, I'm trying to remember what I wrote. It was something like, oh yeah, here it is. The Lord can and will use anything and everything to teach us. You just got to be listening. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Bye.